Hi, Simonics! What's up and welcome to a new stream. I see 22 people already waiting in line for this stream. So that makes me very happy. I also see conversation already started. 23 people watching. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're from. I hope to see some familiar faces. I definitely want to see Ray and Chuck in here. But I also think that a lot of people can join who've been here last week. So let me quickly tweet this out, and you can definitely or should tweet this out as well, because today we're gonna have a lot of fun. Okay, cool. We dropped from 20 people watching to 10 watching. That means I definitely messed up the introduction. Sorry about that. But anyway, we're gonna hit the sound now. And then please, Chuck is already there. That's great. Please let me know in the chat if everything's cool, if you're tuned in, and if you're ready for some Angular fun today. Because last week's we had some very specific streams and we need to talk about that. So I want to address a few things, and I prepared something for today which is more like an idea and not too much of a topic, but we're gonna talk about that in a second as well. So definitely some interesting news. Definitely gonna put this out onto the favorite platform that everyone's hating right now, which is definitely Instagram. I don't know if you've been a user of Instagram, but I think they really messed up with the latest updates. I don't have this update yet, but I see a lot of people having it, and I see so many negative comments about this. Basically, Twitter tries to become TikTok, which has a reason, because TikTok is growing, has a lot of engagement and stuff like that. But I don't think that Instagram trying to completely just clone TikTok is going to work in the end. We are live. Join us now. Let's post this. Perhaps someone will see this on Instagram. And it looks horrible. Anyway, I still have the old Instagram UI, which is okay, but Instagram's really not what it was before. Like, it was just pictures of your friends, and now it's just short form video because video does better. And yeah, I don't know where this is going. I guess it has to be based on some kind of stats they gather from the app usage. But at the same time, I also don't really like it. So 27 people, 29 people, we're close to 30 people. That is a good start for 5 minutes past 3 here in Germany. Good morning to Chuck to Tampa Bay. Good morning, Raven Technology. Do you have in mind a Q&A about Ionic? Yeah, we can certainly do a Q&A in a next live stream. Yeah, that brings me to another idea. I'm gonna put this on my list. We're gonna have to talk about this. I'm gonna talk about this. I'm really putting in my text document talk about this. QA Ionic. So good morning, Igor. Simon, finally you're back to Angular. I was never gone from it. I was never away. Like, I've been with Angular all the time. BMW fanatic. Are you from Germany? BMW? I don't know. Yay, Angular again. Congrats. Bit worried with the last. Yeah, there will be quite a bit of React content in August as well. I have to already put this in here. 39 people. What's going on now? Immediately jumping up. There will be React content in August, but there will also be at least one, probably two really epic big Angular tutorials in August that I'm very sure you're gonna love. Happy Friday, yes, happy Friday to everyone, to Juan Mario Valderrama, to Mahmoud Murad. Wish that you make a video on Stripe payment. Yeah, that's actually on my list, Stripe payments with Ionic and Capacitor. Good point, it's on my list, noted. Good morning, Asan Dion. Good mornings to Daniel. Greetings from Girona, Spain. Hola, Daniel. ¿Qué tal? Encantado. That's pretty much where it ends. really need to get back into learning Spanish. Yeah, definitely going to do a Q&A about Ionic and Angular very soon. Good day, Vincent. Good day, Reddy. And with almost 40 people in the stream, which is amazing, we're going to dive into something that I prepared for today, which is something that I actually haven't prepared. So we're going to go a little bit not random, but off the script, because in the last weeks we had a lot of kind of tutorial style live streams, and the problem was that preparing those live streams really takes time. So without noticing, I actually added like another tutorial to my pretty long to-do list, which definitely wasn't the idea with the live stream. So I had to get into, thanks for subscribing, whoever did this. And we did this for Svelte, we did this for React, for Next.js. I think there was 3 live streams, but I also wanted to do like something more relaxed, probably something you still enjoy. So I thought we could probably come up with an idea and develop that project somewhat together. Maybe I share how I do it, and I probably open source the code so you can take a look at what I've done. And we can just continue with that project every week. Now, I could do this with React. I could probably also do this with Svelte, but Angular is definitely what I know most about. So what I thought about was creating, can I do this like an Angular project? Yeah, I could have just type this out. Probably that would have been better, so you don't have to read my handwriting. So this is an idea that I had. Now, I thought about what could we actually develop together, and I do have some ideas for little games, little side project, just funny examples that we could do. We could plug in some kind of backend and just make everything work and go through the whole process. But before we actually do the first project in the live streams together, I thought we take another step back and implement a project in which you can vote or submit on the ideas that we will then do in the live stream. So I pretty much created content for the next 5 live streams with this idea alone. So we're not even having the idea implementation in the future. We now also get to implement, first of all, this funny little project for, like, let's call it, can I erase this? Angular project voting. This is what I want to do. I want to create some kind of public voting board, because reusing an existing solution, that's like very boring. So I thought we gonna just go through the whole process. This actually doesn't have to be like a very complicated project, but I think it's gonna teach us a lot of things together, and you can bring in your own ideas as well at the same time for, I don't know, naming, domain, colors, things we add to the project, different ideas. So this is the baseline. In terms of technology, I already kind of decided, because I feel most comfortable with the technologies that I picked for this. So we're gonna go with, of course, Angular, because I just feel really comfortable with it. Then we're gonna add, as a backend, Supabase. We can talk about this a little bit in a second. I've been working with Supabase quite a lot in the last time. It's pretty much a cloud SQL database comparable to Firebase. Firebase is no SQL, Supabase is open source and SQL, or actually SQL, that's how you pronounce it. On top of that, I would like to use Tailwind for the UI. Oh, that was horrible writing. I want to use Tailwind for the UI. I want to, of course, share the repo on GitHub, and then eventually host the whole fun on something like Netlify or Vercel. I actually don't know yet what we're gonna pick. So this is the rough idea. And first of all, if you got any cool ideas, cool names for this project, please let me know in the comments what's a good name for this project. Also, welcome. Hello, Jibin. Thanks, Asan. Thanks, Igor, for donating. Good morning, Priyank. Angular portfolio with backend capability to update information. Yeah, it's kind of going in that direction, but actually that's also so it's actually another good idea that we could vote on. So it would be like a community thing. Yeah, the problem is it's gonna be hard to work together on stream on the same project. But all the code that I will write for this project, I'm definitely gonna make open source on GitHub, so you can follow after the stream or check out the source code and do something else. You can probably just create pull requests then as well. I haven't thought this through, but for the first thing, it's gonna be pretty easy. So you can sit back and relax and watch this, or you can also insert your own ideas for a name or for whatever you want to. Don't forget to use NX. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use NX. I'm quite okay with that stack so far. So what do you want to do? That's a great idea. That's cool. I'm cool you're on board with the idea in general. So as I said, the first idea will be an idea I came up with, and then we're going to use this project, which is a voting board, so you can vote on the future ideas that we want to do on the stream, and we can probably just, like, I don't know how, but we're gonna somehow do it. So I think for today, I don't know how far we will get, but this makes the whole streaming thing a little bit easier for me. I still have the intention of doing like a cool stream about Svelte or things like a developer update, covering some news and stuff like that. But I can't come up and prepare a stream every week for a few hours. And this is pretty much like, I can just sit down here and start the stream, and we're just gonna chat and talk about the project and develop the project together. And I don't have to prepare this because I know about Angular, I know about Supabase. So we're gonna do this. I'm now gonna start this project. This always feels so good when you start something new with the Angular CLI. If you don't have the Angular CLI, I'm gonna do this like a lot of things. Angular CLI run npm install at Angular CLI. I definitely did this at least a few times in my life. So I'm gonna create a new project, ng new. I'm gonna call this, were there any comments for the name? No. So for now, we're gonna call this project like voting app, very special. I wanna include routing for that app. And I also wanna use SCSS for styling because I'm used to SCSS from Ionic, so we're gonna go with that. Hello, Sydney, are you writing in German? No. Oh, there's an already good name for ready, Votastic. Damn, we're gonna use this one. We're gonna use this. Project name, Votastic. Unless someone else comes up with a better name, but that's already a pretty nice name. Yeah, the project name or my internal code name could still be voting app. Now we're gonna see how we can make this the right size of the screen. I think I should definitely save this. I'm gonna make it 4 times as big, and then you should probably see it. I think actually we're gonna write connected directly to your GitHub repository because that kind of makes more sense. So are there any other name recommendations next to Votastic? I love you, Simon. We all love each other in the Simonis community. Greetings to Vincenzo D'Amico. What a nice name. Some people have a name that just flows. Like my name is Simon Martin. That's also okay, but having a name like Vincenzo D'Amico, that's pretty amazing. Okay, at least I'm gonna call the Votonic. Yeah, but I'm not using Ionic, so I'm gonna go with Votastic for now. I'm gonna make this a public repository. Also gonna zoom in a bit so you can actually see what I'm doing here. So I'm now in GitHub creating a new repository. I'm gonna leave everything as it is because I already have a README. I also have a git ignore and a license file, so I'm gonna hit create. Okay, then we can take this line here to our project, because are we actually on the right zoom settings? No, I want to do on 4. I'm already on the branch main because Angular already creates our Git repository, so we can check this out. Yes, everything's fine. So I can just add my remote. You can also check out your remotes, git remote -vv show. So I now have set the origin, fetch and push, and I can push my main branch to the origin, and voila, in a matter of seconds we have our Git repository up at Votastic. I'm gonna put this in the chat, simply if you want to bookmark it or check it out. There it is. What Angular version is this? This is Angular version 14, of course. We're using the latest Angular versions. Hello from Mexico, David. Good afternoon, good night. Yeah, something like this in Mexico. Okay, cool. That means if someone wants to, they could create a pull request and write a nice README file. I always hate writing a README file. Okay, where do we continue? I think we continue with cleaning up the project. The default Angular project comes with so many things I don't want to have. So let's take a look at how this looks right now. Yeah, Igor, it's actually Simon in German. I want to do this with a drawing again. So the problem is my name is just Simon. At some point in the past, I decided, like 7 years ago, I worked with a lot of Spanish colleagues, and when Spanish friends say Simon, they usually make it sound like, Simon. So it sounds like Simon with an A. The problem is I found this quite cool, and I don't know why, but I used this one for my email as well, which leads to a lot of confusion. Like, I give people the email, simon@devtactic, and they're like, is this correct with an A? And I'm like, yeah, it's correct. Or I sometimes forget about the A, or people assume my email and don't read it, don't copy it, and assume my name is Simon. So yeah, that A leads to a lot of confusion. In the future, I'm definitely gonna be Simon at whatever Web Dev Academy. So this is definitely something I learned. Don't pick an alias online. I'm here anywhere, so yeah. Okay, Angular app. No, this is not the Angular app. Where's the Angular app? Where is it? Localhost, there we go. So I don't want any of these things. So therefore I'm gonna get rid of all the stuff in the app component. And I'm just gonna put in the router outlet. So we'll just render the right page. Additionally, we can also generate the first component. ng generate component. What do we call this? I'm actually gonna call this like how do we call this? Naming things is so hard. I'm just gonna call it login for now. So we're gonna have it right here. I don't know if this is the smartest move. Probably not, but I'm fine with it right now. So we're gonna add this to our routing information. For the empty path, we're gonna use component login. This is a bit different than the lazy loaded components with Ionic. I could also now create a module file for the login, but well, yeah, I don't want to. At the same time, we also gonna have a path for anything else now. We don't really need this if we're making the blank path the login. It's fine. So let's hit save, and then we see already login works, the tiniest little login works that you've ever seen. Let's quickly check out the chat. I'm waiting tutorial in Web3 Angular. Yeah, I'm waiting on that as well. Just need more time to figure things out. Good morning from Orlando, Florida, Andre. That's how we say in Portuguese. Simon, yes. Hey, from Israel, David. Hey, good morning. What, 60 people? That's pretty amazing today. I really like where this is going. I think you like to see a bit of Angular. Okay, cool. That means we have the initial routing for the login component. We're gonna implement that. Also, we're gonna add Tailwind now. Can we? No, this is already Tailwind UI. So I'm gonna go with Tailwind CSS. And Tailwind, getting started. Like, I always forget about this. There is a schematic for Angular. I don't know if I want to use it. Angular. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it like they described because it's actually not that hard. So npm install 2 development dependencies, Tailwind CSS, Post CSS, and auto prefixer. Then we're gonna create the Tailwind configuration. There we go. And then we're gonna update the Tailwind configuration. Just like this. By the way, this is actually to tell types to use the right types in here. I found this quite strange when I saw it the first time. I don't know completely how it works, but it's pretty nice to get those types added to your configuration files. Okay, then we're gonna add these imports to our style as CSS. There we go. And then we can ng-serve and do something. So let's see if this is the truth. We're gonna go to our login component. And then voila, this doesn't really look like it should. So I'm gonna close this and open it up again. I think we might have to reload once after installing Tailwind. Yeah, this looks a lot more like Tailwind. Cool, 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 cool. I wanna see something more. So a quick plug, I really like Tailwind UI, which actually reminds me of Ionic Blocks. If you haven't checked out Ionic Blocks, until Friday this week, you can get Ionic Blocks early bird access at ionicblocks.com, which is somewhat similar to Tailwind UI with a lot of great blocks. And I'm already actively working on new blocks, so go check it out. Put the link in the chat, Ionic Blocks, if you want great Ionic components. But this time, we're doing Angular. We're doing the voting app. So I'm gonna use, let's for now just start very easy. Like, is there something like a login template or register template? Sign in and registration. Perfect, perfect. Yeah, probably just gonna go with this one. Let's copy this. Just hitting this really, and there we go. Our login page is finished. I enjoy this so much because, yeah, I really like Tailwind UI. Can you zoom a little bit? Yes, certainly I can, and I have to zoom a bit more. So this is our login page. Good morning from Brazil, good evening from India, good morning and good day to everyone around the world. Moin aus dem Norden. Moin. How much experience do you have with Tailwind? Well, a bit. Are you planning any lifetime subscriptions? That's interesting. Not actively planning, but I plan to like centralize everything under one umbrella or one hub. But that's like in the future. And Lucky7, thanks for tipping 10 euros for the 6-pack. Yeah, I don't know about the policies on YouTube and Twitch, so I don't want to get naked in the stream. And also, like, this is not my thing. But yeah, there is certainly the beginning of a 6-pack after a lot of hard work. So those 10 euros are invested. Very good. I got my protein limo here right next to the coffee. So take your proteins. There we go. Okay, cool. We got the initial, I think we're gonna, because it looks cool, I think we're actually gonna keep the whole UI and only implement the sign-in stuff. So let's do this. Usually they have a form action defined. So there we go, action method post. We don't want that. Instead we're gonna do ng submit? Yeah, we can do. Funny thing is, like, I've been jumping around so much between the frameworks, I forgot the syntax for ng submit. Is it like in brackets? And it should be this, like either this or on submit, like something. Form on submit, login, something like this. I don't know. Do we want to do the email registration stuff with Supabase? Or do we want to do like magic? Oh, wait, we start with a login because that's pretty easy. So let's create a little form, private form builder. And we're gonna call this one, form. Actually, we could use a type form, maybe, that would be cool. So let's try this out. Form equal, I had problems creating a strongly typed form with Angular 14 because I don't know, it didn't really work with a form builder, but probably was just me. Yeah, this is what's going on. I've completely forgot about the syntax from Angular. It's so much fun actually to write Angular now again. So I hope you can follow this and see this. We definitely need an email for sign up. I'm gonna set this to my own because for testing that's gonna make life a bit easier. And we definitely want to make this validators required and validators email. Additionally, we want to have a password. Setting this to the super secret password right here. And then validators required, or actually just validators dot min length of 6, I think. It's usually a good min length. And there we go. Cool, this is our form group, this is our form. Additionally, we now need to, do we want to encounter the errors or should I fix the errors before? I feel like we should just encounter them and then I'm gonna talk about how to fix them. So null injector, R injector, appmel, form builder, no provider for form builder simply means we need to zoom in. Can I zoom in here as well? Yeah, nice, sorry about this. No provider simply means you usually forgot to import something to your module. So in our case, it's pretty easy. We forgot to add the reactive forms module. There we go, reactive forms module, and then the issue is solved. Cool. Additionally, I want to connect those input fields now to our form. So we're gonna go back to the login component and, come on. I think it's now form group, my form, and thanks for. Where do I actually see like what's going on? Is this a follow? Is this a tip? Like where do I see this? I don't know. I really don't know. Thanks for the zooming. Yeah. Good afternoon from Spain. Yeah, Justin, with Tailwind, we're gonna see. Yeah, you can already see like our lines are horribly long with Tailwind. So that's gonna be a fun, but at the same time, like you get a lot of things from Tailwind. So we got our form group connected. We need to focus really on the essential things when we work with this template, or otherwise we get completely lost. So we added form group and onSubmit to our form. I think, yeah, this is still not doing what it should do. Do we have a button? Did I actually hit save? No, I don't think so. So let's see if I now hit sign in. I didn't add any kind of log message. That's cool. Log this dot form dot get value, or just value. Actually, we can do it like this. But we should see the sign in button should hopefully trigger nothing. Cool. So it's definitely not on submit. Why did nobody correct me? Because it's, I guess it's, is it ng submit? Yeah, it's ng submit. Cool. Cool story. Hi, WTF. Yeah, Ghost. Welcome to the stream. Okay, now we just need to connect our inputs. So this is form, control name, email. I'm gonna copy this to the password as well. Form, control name, password. And then we should actually be ready. Like I could do this and that. I can sign in, yeah, and we get our logs. So we just need to create that account in Supabase. It's that easy. So we're gonna do this, but before we do this, I actually wanna hit like the save button. I always like to do this. So I'm gonna add all the changes we have so far. Git add dot, git commit, Tailwind, and login, work in progress. And I'm gonna push those changes. So you can already see those changes right here in the Votastic repository. Cool. No, that was not the coolest idea to close it, but anyway, should be like, you can find the link in the, not in the show notes. You can find the link somewhere here. Put it here. Okay, we got Tailwind, we got GitHub. Looks like we now need Supabase. So if you haven't used Supabase, could you please say like question mark in the chat or something? So I know that I need to explain what Supabase is. In the meantime, good evening to Indonesia. Good evening, Sandika. Good evening. Oh, a lot of question marks in the chat. That is interesting. So, you haven't seen Supabase. You have maybe seen Firebase. Firebase is like the dominant one in the space, which is pretty much a cloud backend. So you don't need to spin up your own server and your own database and implement authentication and all those basic things. All this is done by Firebase or Supabase or other services. They're like a lot of cloud backends. These backends help you to get started like really, really fast. And you're gonna see how fast we're gonna have something really working. And Supabase is the answer to Firebase. With Firebase, we have a NoSQL database, which is cool in some cases. We got a lot of real-time functionality, but there are a lot of people who still enjoy SQL and the web is built around SQL. So what Supabase does is it's pretty much based on a lot of open source packages and combining them into this Supabase offer. So they're using what kind of database? Postgres database, the packages for authentication and storage and extra functions. Like all of this is pretty much open source. And we're just gonna go into this. Like, let's just sign in. I'm gonna go with my account. I hope I can still create a new project. Definitely gonna scroll in. Okay, tutorials. Yes, this is my organization. I'm gonna call this Vote Testic. Was this the name? Vote Testic, yeah. Database will be generated. I hope that's secure. And we're just gonna hit create new project. So this will take a while because a database is created and I don't know, somebody is using a switch on something to turn on a computer. But in the meantime, I think we can already start with the configuration because I know how this works. So what we need to do is we need to go to our environment now. And I'm gonna add 2 entries for the Supabase URL. It's gonna be something, and then the Supabase key. So this is already the key, and then we got this. Where's the URL? This is the URL. So this is our configuration, and I can also put this into my production file. Now, you might already ask, is it secure to put a key in your front-end project into the environment? And usually the answer to that question is no, it's certainly not. Because although it's called environment, it's definitely available to pretty much everyone. Like it's just a TS file. It's just a convention to call this environment. It's not no dot file. It's not on a server. Like this is shipped to. Nice, welcome Supabase to the stream. Hello to whoever from the Supabase team joins. That's pretty cool. So where do we start? But the project API key, this is like an anonymous key to access with our Supabase project. And although this environment file with Angular is shipped to like everyone, this is no problem because you definitely need to make your app secure on the backend side, which is Supabase. And in this case, it means we need to put in role level security for the SQL database. We're gonna get to that probably not this week, maybe next week. But therefore, this key alone won't help you to access any kind of data in the database if you do it correctly. This is important. Like you need to take the right steps inside Supabase to make sure your data is secure, so that people can't just interact with the database with this anonymous key. So a different story would be if I put this service role key somewhere. That would certainly be a problem. There's also the information, this key is safe to use in a browser if you have enabled role level security for your tables and configured policies. The other key, the service role, this key has the ability to bypass role level security, never share it publicly. So make sure you follow that warning. Walid, how long this will take to be created? I don't know exactly, but I hope at least a few weeks. Oh no, it's gonna give us a little bit of content for the live stream, so I don't need to prepare something new every time. Okay, we've copied over those things. Do we want to check out anything of these? No, I actually don't want to. But what I certainly want to is install the package for Supabase, which is npm install add Supabase supabase.js. This should install like something 35 is the current version of Supabase. Let's check it out. Yeah, 1.35.4. That's cool. I think with the update to 1.36, they're going to introduce a few breaking changes. So we might have to update our code in the near future. I think we're actually ready to do some sort of registration or sign in. Oh, we only have this one page for the sign in. Question from Daniel, will we be able to see the stream? Yes, you will be able to see the stream in YouTube afterwards as well. I'm always uploading them, or they are automatically uploaded to my videos on YouTube, so you can go back to the stream later. We only have this sign in. Like, I actually don't want to create another card. Do we want to do it quick or do we want to do it good? Like, if I would click on some kind of registration button that will lead to a different page. I'm gonna do it. First of all, I'm gonna get rid of a bit of the stuff because we're not really doing, probably we're gonna do in the future like social login, because that's gonna be possible with Supabase as well. So we're gonna leave it, but I'm just adding a new button after sign in. Where is the button? Or I don't have a 14-day trial. Definitely not gonna do a 40-day trial. I don't really like the remember me button, but we're gonna keep it like it is. Also they wanted to have this around our code, so we're gonna put this into our index HTML actually. Don't know if this changes something. Let's see what this affects. So this is a tailwind change. Will this make our page cooler? Yeah, a bit. Looks a bit cooler. Agree. Okay, that's cool. And probably we could just, no, I don't really need, good is better than quick. Yeah. Definitely. So, where did we stop? I think I wanted to add another button. We have the button for sign into your account, so I'm just gonna add another button to create account. We're gonna give it the color. Can I give this a different color? Where's the color? I'm in the mobile part, or in the full part. Like, they usually look different, or am I completely wrong? Where are we? Like, I sometimes get lost in these. That's the problem as well. But here's the sign in button. So I'm gonna add another block of this type button, because if you add type submit, it's gonna trigger the ng submit action. So we're gonna do this for create account. Which background color do we want to use? Probably not indigo. What are the tailwind colors? I usually forget about them. So let's search for colors. What are the names? No, just the colors. Come on. I really just want to know your colors, Tailwind. Come on. Installation, setup, dark mode, responsive. Okay, there we go. So for the sign up, how about purple fuchsia? I haven't used that one before. Let's use this one. Fuchsia 600. Just changing the indigo on that button, and that will create an account. So we also need a click. I click create account. Could just call it register probably. It's shorter. So let's put another register in here. We can just use the value from the form anyway, since we don't have any other names in here. But it looks cool. Maybe we don't need it that big. Okay, we got sign in, we get create account. Green color for create account would be nice, Daniel. Daniel wants a green color. Daniel gets a green color. Let's use emerald in that case. This is really a community project, so emerald. There we go, there we go. And there we go. So, I didn't study colors. This is probably a bit of color blocking. Anyway, looks cool to me. Okay, if there's, by the way, I just thought about this. If there's a designer here, we should probably get a little logo for Votastic. Votastic. So if you got any ideas, feel free to create them. So we don't really need to remember me, forget password. We're gonna do this later. But where's remember me? I'm not a big fan of remember me. Okay, forget password. We could probably do put this into center. Will this work? Item center, justify item center. No. We can also use text center. Come on. Is this using Flexbox? Yeah, it is. Why are you not aligning them? Justify item center. Item center. Actually, it should be a center align. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Yeah, I should probably give this one a width full. And there we go. Forgot password in the center. Cool. Galta Alta Waha is back. Yeah, I'm kind of late. Yeah, you forgot the best part, the beginning. By the way, it's so cool. We're close to 80 people on this stream. I don't know if this is like what I think the previous height was 79 or something like this. So if you can get 5 more friends to the stream, we're gonna have a new height. Okay, we're gonna leave this down here. We're gonna leave this open. The whole social sign up. We're gonna do this probably in the future. So let's check. I think this is the whole. Yeah, I'm just gonna comment this out for now. So we're gonna have it like this. Cool. So we're able to lock our values both with create and login. So now let's connect this to Supabase. We're gonna create another service. ng generate services auth, and then we're gonna put all the authentication related things into that service. So let's check out the service. There we go. And what we need is a Supabase client. Supabase client. There we go. This one needs to be initialized in here. So we can say this.supabase equals create client, which can be imported from the package. And then we just need to pass in the Supabase URL and the key. And those can be found in our environment. Was it first the URL and then the key? Okay, this creates our connection to Supabase. And then we can already add a little listener to the authentication package, and there's on auth state change. So this will give us an event and a session. We could add some typings in here as well. Let's see, auth changed, event, and we're gonna put in the session as well. But that's not super important. What's more important is that we add a create account function in which we get email and password. So we're gonna use this syntax. By doing it like this, we can, yeah, this is a string, come on. Yeah, whatever. Was this wrong? What's wrong with my syntax? String is declared. I don't know, we're gonna figure this out. So this will basically, we can now pass a whole object here, and it will just extract email and password from that object. Yes, 82 people on the stream.
super excited.
Yes, this is amazing. Like, we did it. We did it. Next time 100. Woo-hoo! Nice, nice. And then we immediately dropped back to 78 because I was so excited. Anyway, to create our account, we can now use Supabase, the Supabase client, the authentication package, and do something like, I don't know, sign in, sign up. Actually, there's sign up. That's cool. With email, password, and phone? No, not really. I don't really want to do this. I would just want email and password. Do you really have to do phone? Tell me. Creates a new user. Email, password, phone? I don't want to user's phone. I feel like we could just call sign in. Login existing user or login user email. Refresh, redirect should create a flag to indicate whether they automatically create a user on Magic. Okay, yeah, this is okay. So it looks like we need to use sign up. But anyway, we're gonna go with that. Also can do already a little login function. So what's wrong with my? Can we just not use any types? Yeah. We would have to do it like this, right? What's the syntax for this? I sometimes really don't like TypeScript. No, that's certainly not. Is this really true? This is how we should do it? This doesn't really feel right. Not a big fan, but it looks like this could work. For login, we can do actually pretty much the same. Only thing is we change this to sign in, and then we got the functions. So now let's connect this with our page here, private auth service, and let me quickly check the chat. This is timely. Nice. I hope you're working on a nice little project. I sometimes get confused which data I should store in services and which in pages in Ionic. Could you talk about this a bit? I will add this to my Ionic Q&A talk, so we're definitely gonna do Q&A pretty soon. If you have any questions, like Daniel about extensions, I'm just gonna put this to my list whenever there's a question that's slightly off topic for today, and we're gonna do a Q&A in like 1 or 2 weeks. You need to pass the object to self the area. I think you forgot the variable name. TypeScript is hell. A email string password you can use in. Yeah, I wanted to use it like this, Patrick. So let's see if this works. This.auth login, and just pass in the form value. Actually, this is gonna be an asynchronous operation. So we're gonna use await. And for now, I'm just gonna log this out. And then we're gonna do the same for register. What's the functionality name? I'm really good at forgetting the names that I use. Create account, yeah. Okay. I think we are good here. Yeah, probably we should configure authentication on our project. So there are a few tabs now back in Supabase. And by default, I think email, yeah, allowing your users to sign up. That's cool. User session, that doesn't matter too much. Redirect URLs, this is for Magic Link. We could also do this, but for now I'm gonna do it like this. Email is enabled. Enable email provider, confirm email. Users will need to confirm their email address before signing in for the first time. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna keep it like this for now. Additionally, we don't have any tables by default. And usually what we want to do is we want to have some sort of reference to the users that we stored. So we're going to run a little SQL script right now. And that is, we want to create a table users. So create table users with an ID and email. And this should automatically be created when a new user signs up. So to do this, we can have a trigger. It's So I'm gonna bring this in because this is like a standard snippet for our Supabase database. Create or replace function, handle new user. So this part pretty much defines a new function. And this one creates the trigger. Create trigger on auth user created after insert on auth users. So when a user signs up, they will be added to this internal auth table on Supabase. And after an entry is made for each row, execute procedure public handle new users, which is the function we declared up here. And that function or that trigger simply inserts into the users table that we plan to create the new email and ID. So all of this looks kind of scary if you're not into SQL development. If you're into SQL, I guess this is pretty standard. So I'm gonna run this now, and voila, no rows returned. Success, this is always good. And in the table editor, we would now have the users table. So this is how we can create a table in Supabase. Cool, 90 people watching. Dang, this is really going crazy today. I should do more Angular streams, I guess. Okay, let's see if we can put in a user. We're actually close to my initial or internal 1 hour limit, but it's so much fun right now. So let's see. Where is the project? What's the project? There it is. Okay, we got email, we got password. Let's try to sign in. We get an error because invalid login credentials. This is pretty much what I wanted to see. So that means, what's this? We can also extract this directly. Like we could destructure the object into data and error, and then check if we have an error. In that case, isn't it called data? What's your problem? Yeah. Data does not exist. No, that is definitely a lie. This is what we get back. But we can use session if this makes you happy. There's a typing issue in the Supabase SDK, I think. So if we get an error, we should probably show error alert. In the other case, we should probably route the user forward. And we can do this. Let's do this for fun. Let's quickly add a new page. ng generate component. This is not going to be that easy because it's being the inside area. Let's just call this home. But anyway, we're going to just do it in an easy way. We're going to later talk about layouting stuff for the inside area. So let's set up another entry here for, let's bundle everything under app and then call this app slash, yeah, just slash app actually. And this will be the home component. And we're gonna route forward to that page, well, on a successful login using the Angular router. So this router navigate by URL /app. And because this is a login, I also want to replace the current URL and just go to the inside area. Okay, but we actually need to create an account first. So in that case, we also, I guess, get back a session and error. And pretty much the same procedure. Because if we get back a session, we're automatically logged in. So let's log the error, and then we're gonna see invalid configuration. Yeah, we can't start with a slash. I am so sorry. Now we're here. Okay, seems like Angular Material Icons extension. Where do I have Angular Material Icons extension? In Visual Studio, that could be possible. Let's try to create an account. And we get back no data, which is no error. That is good. And we also seem to have a user session, which is kind of strange because on-auth change was never triggered. Yeah. I was too fast with my login. So if there's no error, that doesn't mean like everything is cool. Because actually, is there something else like a user object? after the first one, I need to confirm my email. So this is what I got right now. Follow this link to confirm your email. So I'm going to confirm this, and it actually brings me back to localhost. And now we see auth state change. This is what I wanted to see in the log. So now I have a logged in user, which is pretty cool. So let me show you this one more time by now trying the login again. And we see auth state change. We have a real user, and within Supabase, we also have an entry in our table based on the trigger we used. So ID and email. And under authentication, we of course have a user. So this is the beauty of using something like Supabase. It just makes stuff that can be complicated really easy. For example, user authentication, sign up. This should really be something very, very easy. And with Supabase, it definitely is. Isn't it session and error? Yeah. I think I changed my code now to be session and error. Definitely gonna git add everything and git commit work in progress sign up. I thought we'd actually get a bit further today, but still this isn't like nice progress. I think we could probably do one more thing to make this already public. I think we're gonna do this. Will a video of this stream be uploaded? Yes, the stream is always available afterwards on YouTube. Now, I think we're gonna do one more thing today, and that is connecting our repository to Netlify, because then it will be like a nice round trip for the first part on this project. So within Netlify, you can just create an account for free, and then you can add a new site, and I'm going to import an existing project. So I'm going to zoom in a bit. You can read this better, I think. There we go. Connect Git provider. This is now hosted on GitHub. I should actually have authorized Netlify before. Nice. I got a bunch of strange projects. What do we call this? I think voting. Hello, please search. Oh, come on. Don't you have access to everything? You should have access to everything. Yes, use 1Password. Yes, I like to use my fingerprint for a password. Yeah, what's your problem right now? Our repositories. You have access to our repositories. The repository name is Votastic. Could have pointed this out to me. Damn. Okay, there's our project. So I'm now gonna add this to Netlify. Branch deploy main build command npm run build. I'm actually not 100% sure if this is right. Let's check out our package.json. Yeah, ng build and ng build at this point automatically does configuration production. So you don't have to pass configuration production anymore to the build process. Publish directory dist. Let's probably try to run one ng build here. I'm not completely sure if this is just the dist folder or something, because I think it's actually the name of the project inside the dist folder. This gives me a chance to quickly take a look at the comments, and it's already over. Yeah, it's in dist voting app. So dist voting -app. I think this is what should be deployed. Advanced settings. No, we don't have any functions. So let's hit deploy. And then you should actually be able to already sign up to that page, which would be pretty cool. And this is what I really wanted to see, if we can get this done. So you can sign up. I might delete something later next time, so you might have to sign up again, but like, this is development. We all know it. Don't expect to be a lifelong member of Votastic only because you sign up in the first stream. Although it might be possible. It might be possible. Questions. I just set up Google and Facebook login in my application. Boy, that can get complicated. Yeah, I'm so not looking forward to implementing this, but maybe we're gonna do this. I actually don't know how hard it is with Supabase. Mario, nice. Yes, Daniel. I don't know. I don't want to say this. I'm always careful with foreign languages. Not that I say something bad. I want to build a forum like MyBB using Angular and Firebase. This forum will really grow big. I will like to know if Angular, Firebase. For forum software, I don't know if I would use Firebase. Like a forum, it's pretty much defined, and I think you might be actually better off with something like a SQL database, Postgres. So probably check out Supabase and give this a try. I don't know if Firebase is really the best option in this case. Also, did you know that when you're in Netlify and it's deploying, you can play a game right here? Like, this is so amazing when there's a developer internally who gets the project. Okay, when people wait on their deployment, let them do something fun. So for an internal, this is such a cool project. You just implement a little memory, and if you don't actively watch out for this, it's pretty much not possible to solve this. But this is so cool. Oh, this is so funny. I would love to do more things like this. Okay, it looks like it's deployed here. Let me check this out. Yes, so there is the Votestic app. I'm gonna put this link, Votestic, into the chat. And if you've been following, you can now sign up. You can actually sign in with my dummy credentials, but if you put in your name, please just use a random password. Don't use something you use in all the places. I'm not going to show you password. I'm not going to look at your password in the database, but still, like, this is a streaming project so far under development, so just put in something else here. If you want to give it a try, and I would love to see more users coming in here. So the first user in here will be a lifelong Simonic. I'm going to hit refresh a few times to see who's going to sign up first with credentials. It's definitely an honor. I might have a chapter about you in my book that I've write in 50 years. Mario, you will talk about PWA push notifications on this project. This project is quickly getting out of hand. Now we're already talking about a PWA and push notifications. I don't know, maybe not. I really can't say. This is a community project, and if we agree on like doing stuff like that, we could maybe do it. You could change the path built in Angular JSON. Oh yeah, that's true, Marcelo. But I used it now like this in Netlify, and it just works. Oh, nice. I don't actually know who was the first. I think hello at Joost Jensen. You have been the first. Congratulations. Round of applause. But anyway, also thanks to Valid, to Ciao, Simon from Italy, to Swenbos, to yeah, other names, John Caleb, Epic Shaggy, and Julian. You've all won something. Maybe I'm gonna do something funny for you in the future. Okay, what do we have in chat as well? Let's do a little roundup here. I would like to use the stream to thank you, Simon, as your course helped me getting my degree in computer science. Now I have it hanging over my monitors and making me proud every time I watch it. Daniel, thank you. This is like the perfect endpoint of the stream, only that there are a few more comments to read. But thank you very much. I really appreciate this. I would have another thought that like the things I do here and on YouTube really affect other people's life, but this is really cool. I got like goosebumps right now. Blind Ray's in the house. What's up, Blind Ray? Like, this is a pretty cool name. Do you call yourself that in games? I know this is horrible, and I don't know how you're actually able to like read and follow these things when you're blind, but Blind Ray is epic, just like Chuck. Walid, full stack projects like this are interesting. Continue like this, and thank you. I will definitely do homeworks. Yeah. Please connect with blockchain. Yeah, not now. Is it easy to switch from React to Angular? That's interesting. I'm usually doing the opposite right now. I'm switching from Angular to React. So I actually think it's going to be hard for React developers because of all the, well, just just look at the project. Where's the project? Just look at this. Like, is this easy to a React developer, having so many files and stuff going on in your project? I don't think so. I think you're actually not seeing this, right? I don't think a React developer enjoys seeing stuff like this, but well, I like React, I like Angular, I also like Svelte, so there's a lot I like. Is Ionic a great option for using native? I'm going to keep the Ionic questions in my note documents for our upcoming Ionic Q&A. I've noticed an issue with Supabase and Freenet email provider. You will never receive a confirmation email. That's a pity, Gandhi. Oh, you already can't remember the password you use. Pilito. Maybe you can just delete you from Supabase. What's your email then? Maybe I can figure out your email. Oh, then you could sign up again. We got over 15 people signed up. That's pretty cool. I don't know what's yours. I'm definitely gonna add a button if you wanna like delete yourself from the database again in the future. And also implement the password reset. So we got a lot to do for the next stream. I think in the next stream we definitely need to talk about, thanks for subscribing by the way, in the next stream we need to talk about password reset, about securing and authentication for the internal routes, about a bit more of Tailwind, a bit of interacting with the actual Supabase database and a bit of SQL. So I think that should pretty much fill the next stream. But I'm definitely looking forward to this. This today has been really fun. Like the whole chat was so active, 80 people watching. We have a new high score here. I hope we can climb to 90 next time. Again, replay of the stream will be live pretty much after this video is finished. And you can also find the code on GitHub, vote testing. Finally, little plug for my own. So if you want to support me, you can always tip something here in the chat or join the Ionic Academy, which is my place to help you with everything Ionic. I know we've done a lot of Angular today, but if you also want to check out Ionic, my online school is the place where you can get access to a bunch of great courses, new material every week, every month. So if you want to support me, what I do, go get a subscription to the Ionic Academy. You can start easily with a monthly subscription that you can cancel at any point, really, without like, yeah, there's one feedback question, but you can just click 2 or 3 times and you're out. So if you want to support me, go check out the Ionic Academy. And otherwise, I just had a blast with you. When is the next stream? Usually Thursday. So Thursday, same time. Hope you enjoyed this. Was there way so many questions, so many great questions. We definitely need to, probably we're also gonna make this like a question board where you can submit questions for a Q&A. And then we're gonna have a cool Q&A in the future. Great stream. Thank you, David. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Walid. Yeah, you can give me some subs. I want to get to 100K. I really want to get this YouTube play button, the silver YouTube play button. I don't know. At some point, we just have to see exponential growth. Thanks, Supabase, for still being in the chat. Like, that's pretty cool that you've been here. If you want to promote this video, it will be live afterwards on my channel. So you could probably tweet this out to your audience. And then I'm looking forward to continue building this project with you in the next stream. It was amazing. Thank you to 80 people watching this. I hope you have a great rest of the Thursday, rest Friday, and a great weekend. And then I will certainly catch you next week. Spoiler, I always put the spoiler in here. Spoiler for next week is a quick win about React on Tuesday. And on Thursday, we're gonna be back same time working on this project. So I hope to catch even more of you on Thursday. Have a great day. And as always, until then, happy coding.